There's that sort of tired cliche about taking it one game at a time, one match at a time.
This is the game.
This is
the
the
game.
game. This is the match.
Absolutely
You
it
take one game at a time. You put everything behind you if you're Derrick Davis, and you focus on winning this one here.
All right, I've got goosebumps. It's time for round number 13. Ailey and Corey are in the booth, winning in magic time.
Just give us a second. We just got to finish this game quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill that. And what are you at?
3.
Okay, I'll attack.
Welcome back to the booth here, everyone. We are winning in magic time, and we've got some serious magic to get back to here once.
Back to this serious magic, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
to talk about it. Derrick Davis versus Ken Yukuhiro. This is one for all the marbles here. Derrick Davis, like Monty mentioned, is having a bit of a hard time with these win-and-ins, Corey. And I can attest to losing sucks. So let's see if Derrick can rally back here, pull himself up, and get this final win to get into the top 8. But Ken Yukuhiro, he is going to make it as difficult for Derrick as possible because he seemingly came back out of nowhere and was like, you know what? I want to be in the top 8. Toni Portolan, you do not get the player of the year that easily.
Yeah, and here's the situation. When you're 9-1, you just got to win one of the next 4. Your friends are coming up to you. They're high-fiving you. They're saying, wow, you are doing amazing. And then as the rounds start to go, be like, you got there, right? And now the worry starts to set in. That doubt starts to set into your head. And now what? Do we have a mold to 5 here when you're starting game number 1 here from Derrick? Like, you start to just think, no, like, let's not have this be the train wreck style of scenario. And also, the Is It Lessons player, they said one very telling thing, that this matchup is the one they didn't want to play as well.
We're not entirely sure if it's as bad as they make it out to be. This is going to be pretty telling as we get this game underway, as Underground Mortuary has milled over, or surveilled, I should say, Bring of the Last Gift into the yard. So Ken, looking pretty good here. A hand stocked full of gas, Grand Combustion Technique, Accumulate Wisdom, and Abandon Attachments in hand for Derrick. So a decent hand to get things going for him.
Decent, but miss land drop number 2 already. And this is a deck that it makes sense to me why this matchup can be rough, is because, well, the Lessons deck just isn't that fast. And the Sultai Reanimator deck just goes over the top of what you're doing. Drawing 3 cards is great, but when your opponent's attacking you with 14 powers of demons, you know, it truly is just going over the top, and that's the biggest problem.
This deck doesn't care what you're doing, especially not in game 1. It's just like, cool, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to dump all my massive creatures in the bin. I'm going to find a superior Spider-Man, bring them all back, and then kill you. You know, this deck is also playing Terror of the Peaks, so multiple ways to get Derrick dead here.
The one thing I will say, though, is I think Derrick Davis's version is better against the Sultai Reanimator deck than Team TCG's, because Eloquentia is one way to just really delay Superior Spider-Man or counter it entirely. But most of the time, Ken, with this being an open deckless tournament, is just going to wait until he has 6 mana if it's the only Superior Spider-Man we have. When we have 2 in hand like we see already, then you can just kind of start firing stuff off.
Just jam.
Jam.
Yeah, go for it. First things first, though, analyze the pollen. Ken Yukuhiro is going to collect evidence 8. Thanks, Arden.
Probably still for a land here, but maybe just like a surveil land, but maybe not. As you can... Yeah, it feels like you just want to hit land drops here, though, so I'll be interested to see what Ken gets. Also, where did Ken come from? I mean, we haven't really seen him on the feature match area very often, and oh my goodness, that makes sense. You still got a land, but you got the best land. There's 1 Cavern of Souls in here, and now it doesn't matter how much quenching there is. Superior Spider-Man's coming down. And even next turn, what we could easily see, there's only the 1 creature in the yard, the one Bringer of the Last Gift. But what you get to do, you get to stack it in such a way that instead of exiling the Bringer of the Last Gift, you first get to have the bring the creature back mode. So you get a 4/4 demon and a 6/6 demon here.
That's gross.
It is gross.
Yeah.
And now you'll get the Brood Spinner as well. A little extra value.
But a triumph, an excellent inclusion, the removal suite of this deck, being able to discard something, as well as clear the most relevant threat. Grand, yes, you are a threat, off Derrick Davis's board, so...
Yeah, now you just look at Derrick's hand, and sure, we've drawn out of it a little bit, but, you know, got time walked on turn 2 with not hitting land number 2, and now you just think, like, the pressure is not going to be there fast enough. How is Derrick Davis going to deal with 2 of these demons with all blue cards in hand? and it's going to be uncounterable.
18.
Storm Chaser's talent gets himself a little friend, takes a damage from starting town. And multiversal passage,
16 island.
taking more damage.
Town,
Ooh,
water.
got to keep an eye on this life total though. That's gonna maybe be a factor considering if these demons do come back with an Arden, perhaps, then that's gonna hurt a little bit.
Yeah,
High dot. Okay.
and it just feels like the play is just pretty scripted here. Get back both creatures. They're doing some shorthand
Gotta
here,
get-
but
Yep.
you stack the triggers in such a way, you get them both back.
Do I get this back?
Yeah, Grands will come back.
I don't know
Legend
how
rule,
the-
one will die
the
again.
effects of that card.
You back.
They come back.
Both
yeah,
of them come
back.
back, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, just Grand comes back.
Two.
Yep.
Yes.
Or if there's any death effects, I guess, then it's relevant to have both come back and then Legend rule, pick the one you want.
Yeah, Grand comes back and we're like, oh, nothing too bad
Oh,
on this
no.
battlefield, right? Oh, just a bunch of
Yeah.
demons. Great.
Just a bunch of demons.
And it's not nothing. The cost reduction is online from Grand, so this Accumulate Wisdom is in the Ancestral Recall mode. And we could start finding a bunch of, the basically only relevant removal spell, the combustion techniques, and could get back into it, but we need to find the goods basically right now.
Yeah, these quenches, if you can start chucking them, I would very much look at doing that.
Yep.
Abandon attachments to kick things off here for Derrick. What is he going to chuck? The Spire Bluff Canal, draw 2. Technique.
And
Kaboom.
there is 6 lessons here, so one technique can deal with the biggest demon and exile it, which is relevant, but doesn't look like there are any red cards in hand, so Ken gets to get a gigantic hit in here for 10.
Oof. That's not nothing. Superior Spider-Man, 4/4. Bringer of the Lost Gift, 6/6. Brood Spinner, I mean, could get busy if it really wants to as well.
Yep.
Bit of Triumph first and foremost, though. Chucking a card, getting rid of Grand.
Combat.
Yeah, combat. 11?
Yeah, a solid 12.
Not 12.
Right,
it's-
yeah, the Brood Spinner's 2 power there, and
Yeah.
just a chump block. Feels very brutal, but hey, one more Ancestral Recall off the top into a couple removal
Yeah.
spells is what has to happen here. And even at that point, it still looks brutal because the second Superior Spider-Man's coming back as Arden, and it's time to go once again.
Yeah, Arden in the yard there. Is one other demon? Yeah, one Bringer of the Lost Gift in the bin. And
Yeah.
Derrick is like, nope, we're all good. Let's go to game number 2 here. Take a look at the sideboard options available to Derrick and how he gets back into this. Graveyard control seems to be one of the things.
Yeah, the
be
Ghost
looking at.
Vacuums are there. Soul Guide Lantern is the better card in this matchup, but I would think Ghost Vacuum is the better card against like the Is It deck, so I understand the trade-off there. Definitely going to bring that one in. You could also consider the Torpor Orbs, although they're not amazing. But yeah, counter spells. And and I mean, even counter spells don't even look that good with the one cavern, but
Yeah.
you do still have to find the one cavern. And wow, did we just
Yep.
2
same
games
thing.
in a row just free entomb this
Yep.
gigantic bringer into the graveyard?
Surveillance, baby. They're great.
Yeah.
Bringer in the bin, ready to rock and roll. What else have you got in hand here? Superior Spider-Man in hand, Awaken the Undead, Overlord of the Baelmerk. This hand is gas. Cavern of Souls. It doesn't even have to go and find it. It's in hand.
Yeah, on the bright side, though, for Derrick, we
There's the
have
bright
the
side?
best card. Yeah, the Ghost Vacuum here is excellent.
Yes.
Didn't play it here, which is a little interesting, really trying to counter the 2-mana enabler here, the Brood Spinner maybe, or the Bookworm.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in Ken's spot, you want to jam, so.
Wow. Ken has the cavern and didn't try to play it to sneak this through.
Okay.
Well, you got to name something still, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just name human because it's
Yeah,
your
true.
Superior Spider-Man anyways, right?
That's true.
But wow, did not quench it.
Instant.
End step, abandon attachments.
Discard. Yep.
Chuck and boomerang basics. Draw some more. Finding as many pieces of removal as possible, you have to think.
Yeah, still no red source. The combustion technique would be great. Okay, multi-versal
that's-
passage off the top was great. Now you get a 1-mana way to deal with the Bookworm and then can play Ghost Vacuum and then leave up It'll Quench You. So this was a nice setup turn for Derrick.
Yeah. Oof. Man, Derrick has his back to the wall here. You can see just that sigh, the exhale there.
Yeah, and just the fact that, you know, I mean, struggling from success a little bit, where if you're 9-1, you're going to be on the feature match area a lot because, well, you know, if you win, you're in the top 8. So we'll see his journey no matter what. The pressure's there. You're under the lights. It is, it's very tough.
You know, Magic is fun. We enjoy playing as much of it as we can, but I bet Derrick Davis wanted to be done 3 rounds ago now.
And I believe a land should be tapped as well. Oh, no, it costs 1 less. Ghost Vacuum's free there. With
Free.
Grand.
It's free real estate.
Yeah, that is nice. Grand's so good.
Nom, 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 nom.
So good.
Get that bringer out of there. Gran gets Harvester of Misery.
Ghost Vacuum, when you do, you know, when you get Bringer, it's not that good. You don't get the cast trigger. It's just going to be a 1/1 demon. But when you get a 1/1 Arden, it's still pretty dang good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not too shabby. Certainly want to, you know, get creatures that have their own enters effects. Here comes Superior Spider-Man. He's going to get Arden.
This
Try,
does.
at least it doesn't target, so.
Yep, this will get the Harvester now, though, so exiles that and gets the negative abilities. So, you know, I mean, no matter what, this is still a pretty powerful card. You get the 4 mana, or a 4/4 menace here.
Yeah. 4/4 ain't nothing. That'll get you dead pretty quick if you can't take care of it. So Derrick now has to find a piece of removal for this Spider-Man.
And it's a question of how many do you leave in? Because spot removal is not good against the Reanimator deck. It kind of has that problem of playing against, like, God's Pharaoh's Gift or Dredge. Like, the removal isn't that good, but you do need some.
Oblivious Bookworm here for Ken Yukuhiro, leaving up 2 mana, ensuring it will resolve through, and it'll quench you. Accumulate Wisdom. You have to pay full price for it, but still get the 3 cards.
Yeah, not really any counter spells to look out for from Ken's side, but still, just it's the clean way to play that.
Yeah, also Coven of Souls, naming human, like you mentioned, should be done. So that is good to go.
Can I take?
Yeah, quite strong. I mean, get back an Arden. Gran comes back, and she's been hitting the gym. Oof. You know, she'll be a 4/4. A 5/5, excuse me, yeah.
5/5 with lifelink, menace, and haste. Oh, that's Granny when you mess with her grandkids. Huh?
Yeah, she becomes a demon. And I mean, that's kind of looking like the best thing that Derrick can do. Now, a second Arden doesn't matter as much.
Yep.
And it does look like Ken is kind of playing around that line a little bit by leaving up a Bitter Triumph. Doesn't look like Derrick's really interested in doing that quite yet. That does seem like more of a finishing move type thing.
Yeah. I think just keeping control of whatever Ken's doing, trying to establish a board presence. Try and kill this 4/4. That's going to keep whacking him.
I think that is a combustion technique, which is pretty excellent.
Yeah. What is in Ken's hand currently?
I saw a Soul Guide Lantern, so that is one thing that, you know, could have played that proactively.
Ooh, that Awaken the Undead, though. I think it might have a pretty decent target there in a Ghost Vacuum.
Yeah, no kidding. But the Soul Guide Lantern would have prevented the 4/4 menace from dying, the Superior Spider-Man, as a Harvester of Misery. But I get wanting to leave the mana open to deal with the Arden.
Untap, draw. Land off the top here for Ken Yukuhiro.
But
To combat. In for 6. Derrick goes down to 8, unless he decides to combustion technique away 1 Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, so Derrick makes the choice of, do I want to use my life total as a resource here, take the damage, and then leave up It'll Quench You or Combustion Technique, or kill the creature proactively. And now Ken's just probably going to dance around, and this Lantern forces Derrick's hand.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just give away your only removal spell. You have to do it now. So great play from Ken, because if Ken plays this first, you get 4 less damage in. And now Ken gets to do the awesome play of, well, I made you tap out now, essentially, and now gets to play the Awaken the Honored Dead on the Ghost Vacuum.
Ken Yukuhiro is pretty damn good at Magic.
Pretty good at Magic indeed, especially just winning, not the last tournament, but the Pro Tour before.
Pro Tour Final Fantasy.
One of my favorite events of all time, by the way.
That was sick.
So cool. I was right there tearing up with Ken, watching him win that Pro Tour. It's the moments that we live for as as players, as commentators, as human beings, to be honest.
Seeing your fellow man succeed.
Yeah. Especially someone that was as big of a Final Fantasy fan as him, winning in a Final Fantasy 5 shirt, his favorite game.
I mean, imagine what it would mean to Ken to win a world championship. He even said when I interviewed him, like, what's next? Championship. And he's so close. He's 1 win away.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially, I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Ken on camera because I'm pretty sure he started 0-3 or 1-3. Like, it was a pretty poor start. Yeah.
That's why we were like, oh, yeah, Toni Portolan pretty much has this race locked up. But then Ken's like, don't forget about me.
Yeah, Ken and Seth were in the players' lounge, just kind of like, well, 0-2, you know, we'll enjoy a little bit more of our day.
Yeah, let's go have lunch somewhere.
And now they're going to be, you know, potentially next to each other in a top 8 photo, which is pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Grand, accumulate wisdom. Abandon attachments, starting town island, it'll quench you. In hand for Derrick Davis, this it'll quench you, just lagging in hand now that that cavern is on the board, but could catch something else.
Yeah, and now, I mean, similar problem to what we saw against Sam Pardee in the Derrick Davis match a couple rounds ago. Soul Guide Lantern is doing so much work against this accumulate wisdom.
Yeah. Being able to prevent your opponent from drawing 2 cards extra.
Okay, so here is a spot. The play that I was trying to line out, you know, that he could do against Sam was play a wisdom, the Lantern's going to exile the graveyard, and in response, you can at least play another wisdom, so you can draw 4 instead of 6.
Yeah, wisdom.
Yeah, we'll probably see the double wisdom next turn from Derrick. And if Ken proactively sacks the Lantern, then Derrick gets to respond with a wisdom too, so there's really no way to stop that from Ken. Besides, like,
there will be
Lantern.
cards, Oh, okay. Well, Grand gets got once again. And there is the exile.
Yeah, you know how I said there was no way to prevent it? Well, Ken just prevented it, so, yeah, wow. God, just everything coming up Ken here.
Yeah.
This matchup does seem abysmal. And with some masterful play from Ken here, just kind of dancing around everything that the Is It Lessons deck can do.
Yeah, losing that cost reduction. Derrick Davis unable to accumulate wisdom and get those 3 extra cards in hand, so it's just going to have to use it the old-fashioned way, as the text was written. Torpor Orb? All right. That's not nothing.
Yeah.
2 wisdoms and a quench.
Yeah, Torpor Orb is solid. Definitely solid. Still a lot of other stuff that's going to be going on. And wow, the Web Strike Elite looks great, though. Like, just that is an answer to the Torpor Orb.
Yeah.
And it's an answer where you get to draw a card, too, which is devastating.
2 mana, 3/3.
Uncounterable.
You can use it as a critter, or you can, just cycle it away.
I do like, you know, it definitely doesn't seem like Derrick's demeanor is, like, completely shifted downwards. He understands, like, yeah, this is not going great, but there's plenty more Magic to be played. He was saying that after he was 7-0. You know, he was saying it after these 2 rounds, after this loss against Seth.
Chapter 3 now. Of Awaken the Honored Dead, get something back from the yard.
How many cards? 3.
So just the creature or the land, can't really get back Soul Guide Lantern or anything. And Torpor Orb, definitely kind of more for the airbending deck, which players expected a decent amount, which didn't do that well so far. We have Javier probably leading the pack on that deck.
Doing his best there, man.
Yeah.
He's trying so hard.
It hasn't looked great. I've watched a lot of Javier's matches outside of this, and he's struggling to get the wins. It's still getting a good amount of them, but doesn't seem like that deck is...
Glarb!
Glarb.
This guy! Sorry, I really like Glarb. He's so fun. Able to play things off the top of the deck. Lands and spells, mana value 4 or greater, and also another Surveil.
Yeah, so Glarb
Oh,
goes to the yard. Could always come back
Yeah, I could.
with Awaken the Honored Dead.
He's got such a fun name to say.
Glarb.
Glarb.
Good old Frog Wizard Noble.
Yeah, why not?
And here's just double, double anticipate instead of double recall here. And man, the deck does look a lot different when you draw 2 instead of 6 off that interaction.
Pesky graveyard hate.
Yep.
More Torpor Orbs. Okay. So just a little bit of insurance there. Gonna make it a bit more difficult for Ken to do some dumb stuff.
One thing about Torpor Orb is it doesn't do too much against the Arden plan. It does a lot against the Bringer plan, but
Yeah, Arden, he's still a bit of a tricky thing to get around.
yeah, because the Superior Spider-Man enters as the card, so it's not like it has to be an ability to trigger here.
So it's not when this enters, it becomes. It's
Exactly.
This enters as Arden, and Arden says at the beginning of combat on my turn, I don't care about your Torpor Orb.
Exactly. So it's definitely not the catch-all be-all by any means.
Wait, the Honored Dead once again. Gonna get back some goodies. Glarb.
Is that a human?
Human.
It
No,
is
no, not human.
not human.
No,
Okay,
human.
I don't know what that card is.
It's a frog.
Derek's like, I don't know what that card is. I should probably get the Oracle text, but we'll see.
Ribbit.
Yeah, once
And
again, nothing to come in to play that Torpor Orb effects is the Glarb.
Glarb. All right.
Yep.
So things slowed down to a screeching halt here almost for Ken Yukuhiro. Derrick Davis is at 6. That's not a whole lot of life to work with, but he is slowly but surely rebuilding what he's got going here. And a Ghost Vacuum in hand will help him keep Ken Yukuhiro off of his main game plan even more.
Yep. Yeah, Ken's just throwing the book at him here.
Trying.
And Ken not
That's
playing
how you
anything
accumulate
here.
wisdom.
Yeah, just
the book
throw
thrown at you, yeah.
books at you. Okay. I've been reading wrong this whole time.
Yeah, you got to take one to the head.
And the one thing that was really nice here from what Ken did, looks like Ken is lining up the cycle of the elite here. Ken's not doing anything to play a spell where Derrick could play the Quench, because if the Quench goes to the yard, then you are able to accumulate wisdom for 3 cards. So that's all Derrick's looking to do. Derrick will quench basically anything.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm kind of shocked he didn't hold priority and quench his own Ghost Vacuum. Maybe that's not the best use of the card, but that is an option.
What, just to get another
Just to get the third
spell?
lesson in the yard, so then you can, have a 2-mana Ancestral Recall instead of, the spot you're in right now.
Yeah. Web Strike Elite took out the Ghost Vacuum. Ghost Vacuum got rid of the Arden in the yard.
Now, if there's a Superior Spider-Man get cast, even on human, Derrick might still quench it.
Oh no, it doesn't resolve. Disruptive Stormbrood in hand there for Ken Yukuhiro. Can kill a critter. Otherwise, it's taking care of some artifacts or enchantments. So he's definitely packing enough removal for those orbs if he wants to get back on that game plan.
Well, that doesn't trigger. That is a come into play ability.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But just destroying something,
Yeah.
that's a grand killer right
Yeah,
there.
pay your
That's
revenge.
for sure.
Get him.
And we saw a lot of that card in the Insidious Roots deck. Like, I bet Derrick just windmill slams Quench here.
Yeah.
Still in the
Pays the 2. It's all right. Now, able to draw 3.
All right, you can
Nice.
find another
Land,
Quench.
combustion. Ooh,
Wow.
that'll be good for one Overlord of the Bale Merc soon.
I mean, or just Glarb and the Bookworm.
Yeah, those 2.
End of it on.
But then what do you do about the
How
big
many
guy?
cards?
3.
On your main phase. Okay.
Yeah, you can get the bookworm here, and then you can kill Glarb next turn, and then you have to figure out how to deal with the Overlord. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Glarb's still a 2-turn clock, plus you can play lands and cast spells off the top of your library if they're 4 or greater.
Boomerang basics. Okay.
Feels pretty bad. I feel like you want to just boomerang basic your own Torpor Orb.
Just a draw card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not great.
Well, there's not an attack yet from this Overlord, so that's okay. There's a Spider-Man, which does, well, not much. What would it like to become? If anything. Just a big old Storm Brood? Nope. Yep, here comes the Spidey.
Okay.
And the Bat. Bat does
Over time.
nothing. But it does have lifelink, which
Yep.
could be relevant.
Yep, flying and lifelink, you know, so it is just an evasive threat. It's a lethal attacker here. Doesn't look at the hand or anything.
Stock up. Quench. Was that Spidey Sense we saw and another Grand? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it looks like you're pretty forced into just boomerang basicing back Superior Spider-Man. I don't know. I think this is probably it here for Derrick Davis. For this one, you know, still going to have one more opportunity.
Yeah.
But this next one's not guaranteed. If you win, you got to hope tiebreakers are going to help. If anyone's going to get in on tiebreakers, though, Ailey,
Yeah.
it's going to be the person who just lost 3 rounds in a row. Your tiebreakers go so far up if you lose those last rounds.
Have we just seen all of the Superior Spider-Mans?
And that's just, yeah. There's a lot of them.
Boy. Better Triumph takes care of it. Derrick Davis falls once again, unfortunately. But fortunately for Ken Yukuhiro, he has just made top 8 at the World Championship. Congratulations to our Pro Tour Final Fantasy winner.
And you can just tell how much
Woo!
this means to him. Also understanding the gravity and the situation that Derrick's in, you know, maybe respecting that a bit. But
Absolutely,
huge
yeah.
congratulations to Ken, one of my favorite players to watch. And there's that big smile that we all know and love.
Absolutely awesome achievement here for Ken Yukuhiro. This top 8, Corey,
Yep,
is stacked.
it is stacked. That is our
Sam
third-
Pardee.
Yep.
Jean-Emmanuel Duprat, Seth Manfield, and now Ken Yukuhiro. What?
Yeah. That is, I mean, just what you would expect at the World Championship here. I mean, you look at the field, and the field is just all all-stars, you know, at a tournament like this. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that our top 8 is going to be completely stacked, and it is not disappointing, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. You better stick around for it. We've got more magic after this break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to coverage of World Championship 31 here in Bellevue, Washington. Take a look at that trophy. Our jaws hit the floor when we saw that for the first time. It is more beautiful in person, if you can believe it. Corey Ballmeister alongside myself, Ailey Loney, bringing you round 13 of the action to determine who is going to be in our top 8. And we have 4 people locked up thus far. We got 2 more to get in there, Corey. So
Can't wait. Yeah, that trophy looks gorgeous. Just one of the coolest trophies we've ever seen. I think it's kind of the resemblance.
If it goes missing?
I think they will. Yeah. Especially with you being on tape talking about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Not great. Not great.
Anyway, what we are now thinking about is jumping in and showing you the rest of our win-and-ins for this round. So we're going to jump in here. Masataka Hori up against Shaun Henry. We've got an otter off or an otter slaughter. I don't know what's happening here. But yes, we do have game 3 to show you here to see who between these 2 players locks up their top 8 slots. So jump in. Game 3. Masataka, I remember he has like this super blinged out version of this deck, so
Absolutely.
I am very keen to see this. I'm basically a magpie, so if I see shiny, I'm just like, ooh.
Then you're in, yeah. And Shaun Henry, just really impressive. They're started playing Magic in 2017. To be able to make it to the World Championship
Damn.
after only playing Magic for, 8 years or so is a huge accomplishment in its own right already.
GG, that's pretty impressive indeed. Things are getting underway here. We are going to hustle through this a little bit of faster speed. So Storm Chaser's talents, we got our little otter down on the one side of things.
Yeah, and no matter what, the winner of this, we're going to have one Otters player into the top 8. So that is Reanimator, Otters, Lessons, Is It Looting, as 4 unique decks, 1 more extra Lessons deck in there as well. So the top 8 is shaping up to be really nice here, here in Bellevue.
Is it still remaining the powerhouse that we've seen recently? At least not as dominant, though.
I mean, one thing I
After
will
VP.
say is, we have this. There's another Teamer Otters mirror that we'll take a look at later. That's going to put another Otters deck into the top 8. Both the Otters players and the Is It Lessons players do not want to play against Sultai Reanimator. And
Ken's looking pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. You saw what I was putting together there. The Ken Yukuhiro
probably
deck
like,
looks pretty awesome.
Yes, give me more. Is it to feast upon?
There you go.
Not that he'd ever say anything that sinister, but, here we are. And we've seen a couple things happen here now. Frostcliff Siege from Shaun Henry. We've seen a Warped Riddler. And now we have our Thundertrap trainer from Masataka Hori able to go digging through the deck and finds Spider Sense. Teamer chosen, so any critter that hits the board here for Shaun Henry is going to have haste and trample and +1.
And both these lists looking pretty similar. Shaun Henry's big difference here is there's 2 Ral Crackling Wit in the main. Outside of that, some minor one-of changes here. Quantum Riddlers from Hori and stuff like that. Otherwise, very, very minor changes from both lists.
Enduring Vitality hits the board now.
And the fact that it gets haste, you get to attack for 4 and hold up 2 mana. It's a nice little combination. And
That is pretty sweet.
I see a Valley Flood Caller in hand there for Shaun.
I think this is the first time I've seen the Enduring Vitality actually
Live.
survive.
Yes,
Yeah.
same. Never mind. There it goes.
Oh boy.
Okay, this is
In
excellent.
response, nice.
So excellent. This is a play that we saw a lot of
Yeah.
last year, because there was a ton more exile removal in the spot here, but this looks really, really strong.
Boo,
And-
Spidey sense.
Yeah.
Well, it still gets sacrificed, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't it come back then?
Oh, I bet this is the Spider Sense on the ability to bring it back.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Yep,
Gotcha.
yep. Spicy.
Gross. That's a pretty good card.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. So, turn now passes back to Shaun Henry. He's going to go digging through his deck as well. Try and find a non-creature spell off the top there. Off
I
of the little
saw
trainer.
a Disdainful Stroke as maybe the only option. That's not the best card to have face up. Especially in the Otter's Mirror, there's just not a lot of things that actually cost that much mana. I mean, the bulk of it is just a Quantum Riddler, the Steaming Sauna, a big Song of Totentons, and then Nature's Rhythm. So it'll have some targets, but now that it's face-up information, we're going to be dancing around that one pretty easily.
Thunder Trap Trainer once again on the board here for Masataka Hori. Looking for some more action off the top of the deck. Bushwhack. We're going to see some otters fighting. No, we're just going to go get some land.
Trying to hit the land drops. Still have 4 cards in hand, so plenty of gas here for Masataka.
Super sweet deck that he's concocted here.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. And looking very, very stylish in the blazer.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday and today.
He came here to get business done and could be the next player into our top 8 here. Unless Shaun Henry has a way to deal with everything that he's doing at this point. Stock up. Take a look. Let's see which 2 cards we fancy here.
Yeah, and one of the big differences in the list here is just having 4 stock ups for Henry versus only 2 for Masataka.
Turn passes back now to Masataka Hori. He's had a very good weekend here thus far. And would like to make it an even better one by making a top 8 here at the World Championship.
Yeah, such a tense match, that's for sure.
Yeah, this I think has to be like one of the most stressful matches of the weekend for these players.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I've never played a win-in for a world championship, but I have played a couple for Pro Tours, and I've punted them both, and they're very stressful. So, yeah, I feel the stress, that's for sure.
Masataka Hori says the most memorable moment of the season was when he made it to the top 8 at the Pro Tour. Thought something incredible had happened at his first Pro Tour, so very impressive stuff.
Shaun got a nice little ambush block there with the Valley Flood Collar to eat an otter. That was very, very strong. Maybe a slight misstep for Masataka there. Maybe just attacking first, because then you cannot make that block. So if you otter first, you know that the kind of coast is clear. And now with a Thunder Trap Trainer of Shaun's own, and the fact that they all have haste, if we can play a land as well, you can really start getting some stuff going here. And that looks like a Rawl to go. I don't think Shaun has played a land, so if you can, you get to attack, play Bushwhack, within combat, untap everything, pseudo-vigilance style of effect.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pump the team. Oh, he's found it.
Okay. I mean, this is already 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage of vigilance here. So
Yeah.
some blocks have to happen, because this will be 10 with the Bushwhack coming here on the stack. Remember, all the sorceries get to be instant speed.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's really going...
Analyze the pollen instead. Okay. Collecting evidence 8. Can go find any land or a creature, untap the critters.
Okay, and that does seem like a nice, clean trade here of the Valley Flood Collar.
Yeah, this Valley Flood Caller needs to go die extremely quickly here. And I think Masataka Hori, was he able to take it down? Yes, indeed. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I thought so.
Yeah.
And if you had Bushwhack, you could have kept that alive from Shaun, so valuing getting that out as well. Maybe I didn't see Bushwhack, but it seems like you would rather do that
Yeah.
as keeping... you know, one of your 2 Valley Flood Callers alive seems very important in this situation.
Yeah. Thunder Trap Trainer in hand I can see from Shaun.
Which easily could just be representing lethal next turn. Just play that, attack with 4 2/2s.
Turns out Haste and Trample's pretty good.
Pretty good combo.
Yeah.
Utterly busted in a situation like this.
You ought to be shot for that.
Wow, that was extreme.
With Cupid's arrow or something. Nothing harmful. This is a children's game.
But now having to analyze the pollen, you can go get Valley Flood Collar as well. You could get something like maybe a Quantum Riddler if Shaun is playing any of those. But no, it looks like Shaun is not playing any Riddlers. But Riddler with the Teamer activation of just warping it into play, attacking for 5 would be huge as well.
That's pretty gross. 2 mana, 5/6.
Yeah.
Draw some cards.
At this point, there has to be a Torch the Tower for Masataka. Otherwise, this this trainer is just lethal.
Here he comes. Let's go digging, see what we find. Torch the tower, a bunch of lands.
That's also lethal, as you can clear away one of the blockers.
Yeah.
Now, if Shaun has one more thing, you can play around. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Morale, yeah.
That's it. Not even a Torch the Tower would keep Masataka alive. So I think this is Shaun Henry heading to the top 8.
I think you are correct, Corey, and I bet you
For damage can't be up.
Australia is going to be pretty darn happy indeed. And a yes from Shaun Henry.
It's so good, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that's okay for many removals, but I never thought about Portolan. So I need to take too much damage.
That was a lot of removal in hand, but just too much. Nice to hear these two players still being able to chat about it.
Absolutely, yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still a game. We get to have some fun.
Yeah, that was so sweet. Congratulations to Shaun Henry. Winning in. There you go. Super chuffed about it.
It's so good, yeah.
Great sports indeed. So congratulations. One more spot locked up. We got an Otters into our top 8.
And Shaun is just such a nice, happy guy. Every time I'm walking around to his tables, he's having a good time, enjoying the ride. I mean, man, when you just start playing this amazing game we all share in common in 2017 and you already make it to the World Championship alone, that's a huge accomplishment. But then making it to the top 8 is just incredible. So happy for Shaun Henry.
Kudos to Shaun Henry. We've got one more winning in to show you, friends. We're going to see the end of the Toni Portolan versus Arne Huschenbeth matchup. Toni Portolan must reach the top 8 if he wants to keep Ken Yukuhiro off of Player of the Year. So let's see how this plays out here up against Arne Huschenbeth, Keldheim champion.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is huge. The Player of the Year implications here from this match are gigantic. You know Ken is watching from the sidelines here because, well, Toni will have 2 chances at it, no matter what. Even if you either win this match, you'll have one more shot at it.
One more shot.
But then tiebreakers do come into play. So Toni wants to win right now.
Yeah, you want to have it guaranteed. You want to control your own destiny. Arne is at 5 as we join this match.
Whoa.
I see a Enduring Vitality on board. That is a Legend of Crook, I think?
I believe it is. And I was watching the last match. I believe Arne just took down Javier here in this last match. So, you know, no easy matches, that's for sure.
No.
But this is looking, I mean, life totals would definitely say huge advantage to Toni, but I mean, with that powerful Saga in play already and a handful of gas from Arne, you gotta like his chances here.
He's looking to be quite comfortable as we join this match in progress. So Bushwhack gonna go and find a basic. Toni Portolan will try and get a glimpse of what's in his hand shortly. Looks to be stuck on mana a little bit compared to what Arne's got going on.
Yeah, and a little awkward not having a lot of blue, but to be fair, the Toni list only plays 1 boomerang basic. That's not something that him and his team have really prioritized as something that, you know, if you would ask me going into this event, stock 4 of, Storm Chaser's talent, like, you don't cut those. But Toni would disagree.
So Arne has analyzed the pollen. He's collected evidence 8.
15-5.
Went to fetch Badgermole Cub.
Looks like this has been a long battle here. I mean, Pyroclasm on one side, a lot of removal from both players.
Yeah.
Exiled Badgermole Cubs upside down, left and right.
To be fair, Arne exiled 2 of those himself. But
Okay. That's fair. That's all 3, yeah. So the 4th cub is in play.
Tony's like, how many times do I have to kill this damn cub?
Kidding. And I mean, the flip side of this powerful new avatar card is no joke on the other side. That's for sure. Now, looks like Arne has another one in hand, too.
He's got Song of Totentons in hand. Toni does.
Toni does, okay. So, yeah, I mean, even if you could play 4 rats here, that's not amazing, but here is...
Pyroclasm.
Okay. Yeah, and that's whenever you cast any spell, you get the 1/1 Spirit. Now, the Spirit cannot block the rats. I think that'll be something that'll be very important. So, you know, even if Toni top decks land 4, you're only getting 4 rats. but maybe over the course of 2 turns, that could be something that could present lethal.
Well, now all the creatures are mana dorks, which is kind of nice for Arne.
Let the spirits begin.
Yeah.
Pass the turn to you.
Turn passes back. Draw for turn here for Toni, Portolan. Both players eager to get into the top 8 here at the World Championship.
And I was watching Toni's match, the last one, and Toni kind of got eviscerated by an Is It Lessons player, and it didn't look particularly close. And this game is definitely not looking super close either.
Oh my. Another Legend of Karuk.
Well, one
Scry to draw.
And Arne, you know, on the verge of making another top 8. I remember the Kaldheim Championship. I remember just like one incredible play he made up against Javier where
putting a
spell on the stack so he could kill something. Yeah, it
grab
was,
the Ox of Agonis or prevent that from getting, that was sweet.
Yeah, I love that I say I remember it and then I didn't know the exact details, but you know.
It's all right, I remembered.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Got your back, bud.
But either way, just saying, he has been around for a long time. He's had some amazing results, and also just one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Super humble, always super keen to learn, you know, and improve at the game.
Yeah.
Where is he going with this turn? Let's see.
Either way, it's the situation of, all right, you're at this stage where most players, like, okay, you think, well, Arne's got this. Like, why are you thinking that much? Because the best players, this is the moment where you slow down. You don't think, how do I win this match? You think, how do I possibly lose this? And you make sure to shut as many doors as possible. Because there is no worse feeling in the world than being up, you know, in a situation like this, and then you chuck it. You know, there's absolutely no worse feeling.
Song of Totentans.
So another spirit, 3 rats, all of them will have haste. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 mana available here from Arne, even though it looks like we're somewhat out of gas. I didn't see that last card in hand.
Just send all the little guys?
Send the cards that probably, I mean, no matter what, you just think, okay, how could I lose? It's too... I mean, I don't know how you could lose. But
you know.
It would almost for sure involve Song of Totentans and a couple like bounce or removal spells if Arne just got a little too hasty here and maybe attacked with too much.
Hasty. Lol. Well, he's going with most of the team.
So leaving 2 back, looks like maybe there was a 2-drop in hand.
The rat can't block anyway, though.
Can't block, but it can add mana.
It can add mana. So something in hand is a insurance policy for Toni's turn.
Exactly. I'm with you. I think I would have attacked with the rat, left the Thunder Trap Trainer back. You know, but so minor, I'm sure.
Huh?
This is how
4/4, I believe. Yeah, I cast these 2 spells. Yeah, 4/4. 4, 8, 11.
Oh, is that Valley Flood Caller? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. I thought that was Thunder Trap Trainer.
Yeah, no, all good. Good gravy. Arne Huschenbeth at 5 life makes it into the top 8 of the World Championship. Congratulations to the German.
Nothing
Super
better.
happy fans. Yeah, let's go.
Nothing better than these kind of moments shared amongst your team. They maybe had a deck they weren't maybe the most excited about with Teamer Otters. The Lessons deck definitely felt like something that they were maybe missing out on, but hey, they're still great players. They're still playing a pretty strong deck, and Arne into the top 8 as our 5th player. So awesome.
Wonderful stuff there. So now I believe we got 6. Sam Pardee, Jean-Emmanuel Dupras, Seth Manfield, Ken Yukuhiro, Shaun Henry, Arne Huschenbeth.
Yep.
Yeah?
2 more players here into the top 8, and that's starting to get dicey.
Yeah,
you know?
this is where we start stressing.
Yeah, and then the players really start stressing next round because those players will have to get to that 10 wins.
Yes.
And then it's tiebreakers. So I think, you know, I haven't looked at exactly the tiebreakers, but you got to assume Derrick Davis, if he wins, that's one of the 7. You know, that's player number 7, and then a tiebreaker sweat for that final spot.
And then we'll see.
That'll be intense.
Oh my goodness. There is much stress ahead and one more round to go for our players here at the World Championship. When we come back after this break, we're going to be with Maria at the desk and she'll tell us all about the nitty-gritty. So don't go anywhere.